Hi guys, in this video I'm going to share what I created at Crop and Create Moncton 2017. So surprisingly, I made a whole lot of cards. I think I made 22 or 24 cards. I don't know because I lost track and I gave some of them away, so I don't know exactly how many I made. But what happened was, I'm going to show you guys all of the things that I made and talk a little bit about how I made them because I don't have any process videos to share with you guys from my work this weekend. But I still want to share what I did. So on Friday night I created these two layouts. So this is the first one that I created, and for this one I used the Rhapsody collection from Photoplay. Oh, I love this collection. And this collection is perfect. The colors are these oranges and blues and turquoise and browns. It's just so beautiful, and it has a bohemian feel to it, a bohemian theme. And I really, really love it because it looks so good with pictures of my cats. So I have 3 brown cats, brown and cream. And it also looks really, really great with my house, which has a lot of dark wood in it. So perfect collection for me because my photos finally match with some paper. So these are just layers from the paper collection that I just cut and outlined, and then these are some stickers from the collection. So the collection, I didn't get any embellishments, I just got the collection pack, which includes a set of stickers, and then this is one of the stickers that came in the Crop and Create kit. It's a thicker. And this was a wood veneer from my stash, and then these stickers are from the sticker set that came in the Rhapsody collection. These are mini market letter stickers from my stash, and so the title is Wander, but only around the house. And then I added a large triangular chunk of pattern paper from the collection right here. I outlined it, and then I just made my journaling kind of dangle down from that. And I outlined it, and my journaling says, when she was just a little kitten, Chloe got out of the house unbeknownst to all of us. She was gone for over 24 hours when we realized she was missing. We were convinced she was gone forever when we heard a tiny meowing in the front yard. She had burrowed a little bed in the leaves under the mudroom stoop. Poor kitty. Oh, we felt so bad for her when she left. When we realized that she was outside in the cold. It wasn't the winter or anything, it was just the fall, but it was really scary for us because there are lots of coyotes and other animals of prey around our house. So I used a brad from, I think this is from Simple Stories. I think it's from that Domestic Bliss collection. Which I bought at the Crop, and this is a cut apart from the collection, from the Rhapsody collection, and I added some stitching here in black just to add some accents in these 3 different places here, just for some interest, and some wood veneers for a little bit of extra interest as well. And so that is the first page that I made. And then the second page that I made is this one called Snowhawk, and it's about my hair, and I really wanted to, I used the hip kit from February, and I really wanted to use this butterfly even though it was a winter layout. So I added, with my typewriter, I added Waiting for Spring as a way to tie in the idea that I'm putting a butterfly on a snowy layout. I just thought that it was a really cute embellishment, and I wanted to get it on the page because it added some texture and dimension that the page was really lacking until I added that. That was the last thing I added. I knew that there was something wrong, like I knew that the page wasn't done, and it needed something with a bit of oomph, and it had to be fairly large scale in order to kind of be the third thing to go with this and this. These are 2 embellishments that were already on the page, and so this I think just kind of balances it off very, very nicely. So these are all items from the kit. That's the hip kit from February. So there are chipboard stickers from there, and flat stickers from there, and these butterflies from Maggie Holmes, and this is a Maggie Holmes die cut, and this is a Pink Fresh Studio, no, this is a Pretty Little Studios tag. And it says, no, it's not a Canadian bird of prey. It refers to my hair. When the falling snow piles up on my mohawk, we call it a snowhawk. And it's just a picture of my husband and myself and a ton of hair, like a ton of snow, just like in a little shelf on top of my hair there. And I used watercolor on this, and because I didn't have any of my mixed media supplies, the page really did buckle quite a lot, but I kind of like the look of it. It adds dimension and texture to this page, and all that I did was, I'll actually show you because I have some photos of it. I laid this, so this chunk was already made, and this was, so these two embellishments were already stuck to this, and I laid it on this piece of cardstock, which I think I had already outlined it at that point, and I just traced very faintly with my pencil where this top layer would go. And then I removed it, and I took my watercolor brush and I just painted all the way around the edges, just with my water brush and one of the colors that are in the palette that Irit sent me, all the way around, and I let it dry, and it did buckle the paper, but I really do like the look of it. It casts some nice shadows, and it will flatten out quite a lot once it's in an album too. Oh, these are letters that I brought from my stash, and these are letters that I cut out using Finley's ABCs and this Cuddle Kid die cut machine. Finley's, which one is Finley's? Yeah, this one right here, Finley's ABCs. So then on Saturday morning, I was at the crop very early. I'm an early riser, so I was there before anybody else at my table. And as I passed through the store to get to my table, I noticed all of this beautiful, colorful doodlebug stuff that I had been eyeing the night before, but somehow refrained from buying. So there were two collections that I really, really loved. There was the Fairy Tales collection, and there was the Sugar and Cream and Sugar collection, which has that coffee theme, coffee and donuts theme. So I decided, you know, I was kind of looking at it and thinking it doesn't really fit with my style of scrapbooking, but I could make some cards out of that, and it seemed really easy too. So what I did was I bought very few supplies. I bought a 6x6 paper pad. I bought some cardstock, and I bought a flat 6x12 sheet of stickers, and I bought 3 sets. They had these little tiny sets of dimensional embellishments. They were basically dimensional stickers. Like this is one of them. So this coffee cup, it has multiple layers to it. Not this I put on myself, but it has multiple layers to it. And each little set would come with one large item, like a coffee cup, and then a couple of smaller items. Like the coffee cup came with 3 little dimensional beans. These are 2 of them right here. So see how they're also dimensional? And so I bought 3 sets of them, and I think the idea was that each set would be enough to be kind of like the spotlight of your card, so you could make a card with each of those sets. But what I decided to do, because, you know, stickers aren't cheap, I decided to challenge myself to try to stretch them out as far as I could, to try to make at least 2 cards with each of those 3 sets of, not sets, but those 3 little tiny cards of dimensional embellishments. So that was my challenge, and I'll let you know how I did with it. I did pretty well, with the exception of one of them. So I started off by making this. I think this was the first one that I made, and what I was trying to do here was make these cards as fast and as quick as I could and still have them be cute, because I think the biggest reason that I have been so challenged with making cards, I mean, I've been scrapbooking for a long time, and I started out with Stampin' Up, so I did know how to make cards at one point, but I just feel like I get frustrated with cards because I try to make them too scrapbooky. Like, I try to make them all layered and intricate and detailed with all these custom-made embellishments, and they end up taking so long, and I could have made a layout in that amount of time. So my goal here was try to, like, boom, 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 get them done. So before noon, I had made all of the, I think I had made like 12 cards before noon. It was awesome. So this was the first one that I made. I did buy a whole bunch of packages of these colorful doilies, And they came 75 in a package, and they're each one color. So I bought a whole bunch. I gave a lot of them away, but I bought the light pink, the dark pink, the yellow, the purple, and the turquoise. And the yellow and purple I bought later when I bought this stuff. But at first I just started with these ones. And so with these supplies, I made this card, and I also made a point of decorating the insides of each of the cards. So just with the scraps from making each card, I would just make a little embellishment for the bottom of the insides. This one says, "Love you a latte." And this one says, I just took this sticker from the sticker sheet, or is it a cut apart? So the 6x6 paper pad, I don't have my scraps from this because I passed it on to Christine Davidson, and she made some more cards and stuff with it, but after I was done. But the thing about the paper pad is that it had all these tiny little cut aparts in it that you could use for sentiments for your cards. So I just cut a flag, a banner tail into each end of that, and it says "Cup of Love," a cup of love. And then I also bought the enamel dots. That was another thing. I bought the enamel heart shapes as another supply to use on these cards. So that was so easy. It was just a matter of sticking the sticker to the doily, sticking the doily to the, I cut like 2 mats from the pattern paper and added the sticker and 2 enamel dots, and it's done. And then I just cut out a couple of other little things for the inside. And then this is probably the most elaborate of all of the cards that I made. So for this one, I have these 2 mats. So this was a piece of the pattern paper, this was a piece of the pattern paper, and then I put a band on it, another piece of pattern paper, outlined the whole thing. And then I die cut this. This is one of those labels from Nestabilities, this one right here. And I cut it out with this little tiny machine. I didn't lug my Big Shot, so I couldn't do any large scale cutting or anything. Cut it out, outlined it with pen, and then I made my title using this Neat and Tangled die set of alphabet dies, and I spelled out the word bean with brown cardstock, and I just used mini market letters to say "I've been thinking about you," and then I used my tiny sewing machine to stitch black stitching around it. And then on the inside I added 3 flat bean stickers that coordinate with the 2-dimensional bean stickers, and these were left over from the set that came with this coffee cup. So I love this one. This is probably my favorite one. And this is probably my second favorite one. I meant to give this to somebody at the crop, and I forgot to give it to her. So I'll have to pop it in the mail. Anyhow, this was another set of those little cards of dimensional embellishments. So it came with these 2 coffee cups and also a dimensional coffee bag that I'll show you when I come to it. And also a couple of these little sugar cubes were on that set as well. And so I just, I cut, so I used my die cutting machine. So again, I just cut some mats. This one was with cardstock. This one was, these 2 were with pattern paper. I added some twine around it and tied a little bow. And then I used, again, just my dies and my small cutter to cut a oval and then a scalloped oval. And then I went back and cut another oval to serve as the exact same size, but I just cut it again, and at a different angle. I'll insert a picture here that shows how I did it. So I cut an oval and then I cut it again so that it looks like it's a little tablecloth, like there's a little round table in the center of my oval and that the cups are sitting on it. And I just placed them, and this was a cut apart in the paper pack and stapled it in place, and I added the little sugar cubes to look like they're going into one of the cups of coffee. It says "Hey QT," and then on the inside I added one of the flat stickers from the flat sticker set and some cute little teacups to coordinate. Then oh yes, the 3rd set of dimensional the cute little dimensional things that I had were donuts, and there were 4 of them on a sheet, I think, so I put 3 of them here. This is the easiest card ever. It's just matted with a band, cut this out, and added 3 stickers. Easy peasy. But I really love this plaid, so I wanted it to be the focus of one of the cards. And then on the inside I just used a bit more of the plaid and some of the donuts. This was a cut apart from the pattern paper as well. Then this one includes one of the square cut aparts from the paper pack, cut out a rectangle to go beneath it, cut out a couple of mats using pattern paper and cardstock, added a little clip and one of the doilies. Then on the inside I just put these cute little macarons, and then it says sweet as sugar across the inside. These were so much fun to make, and I wanted them to all coordinate, so I used black outlining on all of them and black sewing on some of them, except for this one I outlined in gray because that was the first one I did. I hadn't decided what I was going to do yet. Now this one was a lot of fun to make. It has 2 mats here that I cut from the pattern paper, and then I used a Lawn Fawn stitched frame die. And if you guys saw me pack, you know that I just keep my small dies. These aren't, so these came as part of larger sets, but I just keep the ones that fit through this machine here. So I've separated some of my sets, so the larger frames that don't fit in this machine, I keep someplace else with my Big Shot dies that I have to use my Big Shot for. So I think I used this one, yeah, this one, to make this frame. And then I also ran it through again to get the pink solid background. So when you cut with that die, where is it? You get like this piece, but you also get the center piece as well. And so I just ran it through again to get the solid pink center, because I didn't want that busier pattern behind the, and I wanted it to kind of make the frame stand out. I pop dotted the frame, and I just inserted the center where it would have been, so that I've got a little bit of dimension, but I just switched out the colors is what I'm trying to say. This is the 4th of those donut stickers from that sheet, the little set of dimensional embellishments. And then this is a sticker from the sticker set, and I just outlined it in black to make it stand out a little bit more. And this looks like it's a sticker. Is it a sticker or a... No, it's a cut apart. And I did the same method with cutting out the oval to make the table, and I just cut it with scissors where it needed to be cut so that it would make a table inside of the little rectangle. Isn't that cute? And then the inside of this one has a little donut, and it says hugs and kisses. And now this looks like a dimensional sticker, but it's actually just a flat sticker, but I put dimensional adhesive behind it to make it pop up. And then this is the last of the coffee beans that came on the tiny little sticker set that had this. And so that little sticker set did me for a total of 3 cards. So this one is super easy. I just took a rectangle of the pattern paper from the kit, added a cut apart sentiment, added the sticker up on pop dots, added the dimensional, and added a little row of enamel hearts, matted the whole thing, and then on the inside I just have a strip of pattern paper, and that's it. It says love you a latte. And I did a whole bunch of these little tiny 3x3 cards, but I gave them all away except for this one. This one, it said, happy birthday, you're my cup o' tea. And this is one of the dimensional stickers that came with the teacups. So it came with this set right here with those. And that's just a cut apart, and this is a piece of white cardstock, and I stamped this using a new Vicky Bouton stamp and die set that I got. I just stamped it. I didn't use the die. It didn't come with a die for that. And then I just matted it and added another extra layer back there of teacups. And then on the inside, this is just one of the cut apart strips from the pattern paper. It's really cute. And finally, there were several other cards that I made, but this is the last one that I have to share with you guys. I just kind of double matted this and did my same thing with the making a table by cutting the oval in 2 different ways. And this one I actually trimmed down twice. I thought it was too big, so I trimmed it down and then it ended up being too small, so I just kind of pieced it back together again, and you can't quite tell if I don't point it out to you. I again used those two nestabilities, the oval and the scalloped oval, and then these are some macaron stickers from the sticker set, and I just outlined the little cake tray and cut out your sweet and put it there. And then on the inside I just layered 3 separate macaron stickers so that they look like they're stacked like these ones are, and added a piece of that awesome plaid paper that I love so much that's around the outside there. So those are my cards that I made, and there were several others. I don't remember what they looked like because I just gave them all away. But I had so much fun doing that, but I was getting kind of tired with the theme of it. So I kind of felt like I'd had my fill of that collection, but I still wanted to keep on making cards. So I went back to the store and I did the same thing. I still had leftover enamel hearts, so I didn't have to buy more of those. But I bought the 6x6 paper pad, and I bought a couple more doilies because I needed these. I love these 2 colors. So I bought 2 more, and I still had these, so I bought 2 more colors of those. And I bought, what else? I got the 12x12 flat sticker set because I couldn't find the 6x12 flat stickers. And I got 2 more sets of the dimensional embellishment sticker sets, the little tiny ones. So one of the sets had these 4 flowers that I put on these 2 cards, and then one of the sets had this unicorn and a whole bunch of these little flat stars. So those are the dimensional things that I bought. And I bought a set of buttons. And I think one of those buttons ended up being used on one of these cards, but maybe I gave it away. Anyhow, I had bought these buttons for the other cards, and I still had them, but they came from this collection, I think. So I will show you these cards now. This was the last one that I made, so I'll talk about that one last. So right off the bat, a super easy card to make is just, this is a sticker. I outlined it, added a button, and matted it on a white piece of cardstock, matted it on a piece of pattern paper from the collection, and put it all on a white card blank, and added a little strip of paper and a little sticker on the inside, and we're good to go. This one is another super easy one with multiple mats and then just a sticker. I did mat the sticker on a piece of white cardstock and cut it out just to give it a little bit more space to breathe and a little bit more contrast between it and the background layer. And I popped the whole thing up. This one is all flat. No, this one has pop dots between the white and the background. So I popped the whole thing up, put some twine behind it. And then on the inside, I just have a little rainbow scallop sticker from the sticker set. I think I made these in this order. So this one I just lined up, I just hand cut from my scraps. It's actually from a different piece of pattern. It didn't come from this collection, but it's just from my scraps. A little rectangle to put the flowers on. And I just made them so that they extended up past the rectangle was just tiny, and put all the stickers, 3 of the stickers on there. I cut this out. It says "You Brighten My Day," and it was exactly the same width as that rectangle. Put it all on a doily with some thread behind it. And then this is a cut apart from the... Oh, I bought a couple of 12x12 papers from this too. This came from a piece of 12x12 paper that was just cut apart. And it had a phrase, it says "Happy Birthday Girl" back there. And I didn't want little bits of it to be showing through the doily. So I had already cut this for something else and didn't use it. So I just used this scallop circle to put behind the doily so that you didn't see the letters from "Happy Birthday." And there you go. The inside is just plain on this one. And now again matting, and this is also covering something else. Like I can't remember what was in the center of this, but I think it had a cloud with rain coming out of it, and it says "You make me happy when skies are gray." And then it says "Hello Birthday Girl." This is a flat sticker from the sticker set that I bought. This is one of those dimensional stickers left over from that set. And then I just layered it with a same colored doily for just a little bit of extra interest. And put a little flower on the inside. Now this is one of my favorites. It's this adorable little white unicorn. He is so awesome. And this is a sticker from the sticker set. I just outlined it and did some matting with a band, and I cut this out from one of the 12 by 12 papers. It had rain coming from it, I think. I just cut out the cloud and layered it all together and put a doily, and this circle die cut, as well as, oh, wait a second. So this circle die cut is cut from the pattern paper from the collection, and it's just one of these stitched circle dies from Lawn Fawn, one of these ones right here. It was so much fun to do these. And then this was the last one I did. Christine Davidson, who has a cut shop. She's the maker of Creative Scrappers sketchbooks, and she has a wonderful blog for you to check out. It has lots of sketches, and she also has a die cut shop. And so she had made all of these, she had brought all of these cuts from her shop and gave me this little frame that had a whole bunch of squares in it. And I thought, what a wonderful way to showcase all of these beautiful patterns and also all of these beautiful buttons. So I just sewed the buttons on. I matted each square with a piece of pattern paper. I just eyeballed it. I didn't have a punch or anything. If you had a punch, it would probably make for faster, but I just kind of inserted it, and then I glued it all together and put the whole thing on a card blank just because I wanted to. And there you go. And I thought about like replacing one of the buttons with a little sentiment or something, but I just decided not to. I might go back and, like, if I decide that this is a birthday card, I might stamp a little birthday sentiment and pop it on top of this button, or put it down here, or kind of do something to make this a theme at some point. In the inside it's blank. So wow, I made so many cards. I couldn't even believe it. And I did a whole lot of socializing as well. Met lots of people. It was really fun. And whenever I go to these crops, my goal is not necessarily to get a whole lot scrapbooked. I want to get some stuff scrapbooked and created, but mostly I go for the fun of it and to have uninterrupted scrapbooking time and quality time with my friends. On Sunday, I did a couple of cards, but then I did a lot of socializing and lots of pictures and that sort of thing. But I also wanted to play with my new watercolor set that Irit sent me, and it just arrived right before, oh darn it, something is melting on my coffee heater. It arrived right before I left, so I hadn't had a chance to play with nice high quality watercolors before. So I was just kind of, I got these Adorn It coloring pages. They're on watercolor paper, and I just got them for practice more than anything. I bought 3 of them, and you know, I thought I'll practice, and it's kind of low stakes, right? Like if I mess one up, it's fine. It's not a big deal if I mess it up or if it doesn't look very good. So I just decided to practice with my paints and see how the colors look, and practice like layering them and playing around. So that's what I did on Sunday, and I did make a card out of one of them, but I gave the card away. So that is what I created at Crop and Create. If you are interested in Crop and Create, what it's all about and what it's like to go to one and what kinds of things you get for the money, for the cost of registration, then check out the video right before this one. And if you are interested in seeing what I bought at Crop and Create, my next video on my channel is going to be a little haul that talks about all of the wonderful things that I bought in the shop. So take care and have a great scrappy week.